Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Animation Analysis. As always, I'm Sam,
And good morning, my name is Immortal.
and today we'll be covering the latest episode, SpongeBob vs. Super Friends Aquaman. And this was an interesting one, I'll say that definitely.
Just before we get into things, I'm going to be honest, the episode wasn't for me.
Yeah, I can understand because this episode's reception is very mixed, despite which might surprise you considering how a lot of people do like it. Like, some people are kind of mixed with the fight itself, but anyways, we'll get to it. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, starting off, I'm still really confused why Aquaman comes through a portal. Like, they really could have just had him, like, swim onto the scene or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine, I guess, but honestly, it would have been a lot better if he just swam on in. Going on.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I really do like the sprites they use for the robot Patrick and Sandy there.
Those are from Battle for Bikini Bottom on the Game Boy Advance, I think.
Yeah. And then, although the hand-drawn on SpongeBob here looks really good, but I guess to be fair, it's a lot easier to do hand-drawn for a less human cartoon character than it is for, like, more human-looking characters.
Yeah, I suppose so. I just don't like it when it's in motion. It looks choppy.
Mermaid Man? Wait a second, you're not Mermaid Man.
Okay, I'm very glad they had SpongeBob confuse Aquaman for, like, Mermaid Man at first. I mean, like, it's only one of the more, like, natural interactions they definitely could have, one of the natural interactions they could have done, considering how Mermaid Man is pretty much based on Aquaman.
Yeah.
The name's Aquaman, evildoer.
Evildoer? I'm a hero.
I saved this city.
I love that so much. We got three SpongeBob references in one.
I'm a hero.
I saved this city.
You got the hall monitor face, you have a reference to, "We did it, Patrick, we saved the city," as destruction is everywhere, and of course,
My leg!
my leg.
That's probably one of my favorite bits of the fight.
I like how they didn't,
Before
they
the
didn't
fight
just,
even officially starts.
yeah. I like also they didn't just rip the "my leg" sound effect straight from the show, which they could have done and would have been fine, but I love how they had someone actually voice it in the most defeated voice possible.
And
There's only one real hero here, Fiend. And he's a super friend.
I really like how I'm pretty sure this is customly drawn, how it looks just like straight out of the Super Friends show, like how some of those cuts would be.
yeah.
You see, sir, I'm a sea sponge, phylum Porifera, and you...
Another SpongeBob reference is like that one bully that tried beating him up only to find out SpongeBob's just completely immune to physical damage.
Mm-hmm.
can't just...
That doesn't look right. The way he just flies off.
Porifera?
I mean, it is kind of cartoony. Like, it's a good hit, but it's weird. It's kind of
Why
weird.
does he do a loop?
I guess that he does a loop to make it look a little cartoony. They're underwater too. Because, like, I remember seeing, like, a lot of cartoons when someone gets launched as, they do, like, funny spins. But, yeah.
How about a little karate, Waterman?
I love how they also specifically made sure they had the voice actor say it the way SpongeBob does in the show. Instead of karate, it's karate.
It's Aquaman.
Also, I can't believe they got to pull it. I thought they were going to say this at the end, but I love that we got a bit of the victory screech. You can even hear some of the you can even, like, if you go back, you can even hear some of the victory screech sound effect.
Yeah.
Of it.
I don't like this.
I can understand why you wouldn't like this. I will say, like, before that though, I really do like the old, like, Super Friends style, like, hit screens they do. Aside from, like, well, the more uncomfortable one here, I will say, like, the first two, really good. This one's more mixed. Okay, again with the portal, I still don't know why they bother doing this.
Yeah, they don't. If they brought something up like this in the analysis, then I would get it.
But I don't think they do. I think this is just something they're doing for the fight.
Yeah.
Of course. He's a sea creature. And as the king of the seas, he's mine to command.
I will say also, just the sound effect. I mean, his voice line when he gets hit here, it's so realistic. Like, when you get hit in the gut like that, you're gonna let out the biggest wheeze imaginable.
Wouldn't it make more sense if you wheeze when you were hitting the lungs?
I mean, he was kind of just hitting the chest, like, overall.
He's mine to command.
Like both the stomach and the chest. It's a bubble. It probably hit all of it. And also, I like also, like, how the SpongeBob style animation, the bubble just briefly squeezes backwards before launching right forward. I love that.
Yeah.
I wasn't just reaching out to you, Sponge. Let him have it, chums!
Okay, so there's something weird about that specific shot of Aquaman.
This one?
It's the only time in the fight he's bloody, and it goes away.
Yeah, it goes away in a bit. Like,
Let him have it, chums!
Like, that animation is clean. I like that. But at the same time, it's weird.
I love those. This little skeleton. It's great. Yeah, he's still bloody here, but it goes away after this. I also don't understand how getting electrocuted would cause SpongeBob to split up, but anyways, it's cartoon logic. And then we get to one of the funniest moments in the fight.
Great Neptune!
That is honestly, genuinely my favorite part of the whole fight.
I love this. It's just like it's a neat little nod to, like, old cartoons as well as when SpongeBob would do this. And I think my only complaint is the fact that Aquaman has a clean shave, and here the person doing the voice has, like, some, like, facial hair. Maybe they should have had him shaved, like, before they did this, but I think it's still funny that way too.
JP, imagine being told you have to shave for a voice acting role.
Or you have to shave so we can record the lower part of your face and green screen it.
Man.
Neptune!
Get a load of this, Seaman!
Damn it, it's up! Whoa, whoa!
Okay.
I will say,
so
yeah.
I don't like Super Friends Aquaman swearing. He does it more later, but this game, I think, is the first instance of it.
Need water. Powers fading.
I really think a undersold moment is, like, when Aquaman's, like, drying out here, like, his colors slowly lose their, like, vibrance. Like, he slightly becomes
They're becoming desaturated.
Yeah. Get it? Because he's dehydrated, so his sprite's getting desaturated. I don't understand why they're doing this.
Yeah.
I see it now.
I'm pretty sure I don't remember fully, but that looks a lot more like the Deep from The Boys.
Verse of Aquaman. And out of all of them, I'm the lamest fucking one!
Okay.
Oh, they did do the dolphin sensor.
Yeah, they did do the dolphin sound effect when Aquaman curses, which leads into another thing. Him curse again, like I said, Super Friends Aquaman, the kid-friendly version swearing kind of feels like off, but at the same time, this is probably the only one of the few ways they could have incorporated the dolphin swear sound effect.
I guess so.
I'm a ripoff. A joke. I'm no superhero.
People
Okay, I know people are mixed, but I love SpongeBob cheering Aquaman up
used
here.
to say the same kind of things about me. Goofball, wingnut, knucklehead McSpazatron. But every day, I get back up and say 2 words. I'm ready.
I never really saw it as that. I just saw it as like Aquaman taking advantage of the fact SpongeBob is distracted.
You can see it like that with how it is, but I think the actual interpretation is like he's getting his resolve back. Because like if it was him realizing SpongeBob was vulnerable, he wouldn't like going back here. Like after he opened his eyes, he'd probably grab that trident immediately. But he's taking the time to listen to SpongeBob's words. It's not really that.
Back up.
May the best hero win.
I do like how it becomes a more good-natured fight after this.
Yeah.
I really like it when fights do that. The army of Doodlebops is great.
I wish they inflicted more violence.
Yeah. Oh, I really like how Aquaman breaks the pencil here and uses some of the reality warping to his own advantage. Because you gotta remember, despite the reality warping ability of the pencil, that thing's still a pencil and it breaks easily. And he erases a part of Aquaman's arm, which is another really neat thing since that is what the eraser does.
What?
No, not just part, all of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other side of the universe.
I love how they had to toss in the French narrator from SpongeBob, too. And he just has fun. I love how he's just floating here before. I remember that that's a specific reference to the time he turned his legs into rocket boosters when he was chasing jellyfish. There are so many different SpongeBob episodes, I love it.
I'll prove it to you. I'll be a real superhero.
I love how they had to toss in the Goofy Goober reference at least once.
They already did, though. Oh wait, no, I'm dumb.
No, it wasn't in the part of like the different demeaning nicknames SpongeBob that people go on. Oh, and there's a really small thing people don't notice the first time around. When after Aquaman charges here, SpongeBob reacts to the line pushing against him.
Huh. Didn't notice that.
Also, but when Aquaman launches the ocean and there's a fish, you can see one of the SpongeBob jellyfish as well.
And it gets eaten. And
The boom. And we get this classic stock SpongeBob explosion.
god damn.
Don't cry, Sponge. Let's be super.
I really do love this, what SpongeBob does here. He still gets the name wrong, but the fact he did...
Man.
He gets the name wrong, but the fact he still did it in the first place, it's a really neat thing, because it's something SpongeBob would do.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
Also, another small detail that happens, when SpongeBob's walking, you can hear they use the same sound effect from the show. As for there is another thing I actually forgot to mention earlier. Like way back earlier on the fight, how everything's red in the background, but then it immediately switches to blue after.
A super friend.
It all switches to blue, which I know a lot of people are mixed on this, even though it's like a minor thing, because like according to one of the people working on the show, they point out SpongeBob does this all. The show does this all the time, so.
I cannot recall an instance of this happening.
Yeah, that's actually the thing. I don't remember that. But to be fair, suspending the belief. Alright, so where do we leave the frame on as we talk more about this?
I'm not sure. Maybe a bit after this scene.
There's a lot of scenes we could leave it paused on. You know what? Should we leave it on Aquaman with the hyper-realistic lips?
Why not?
Great Neptune!
Which part of the frame is the question?
Great Neptune!
just the shock. I like how I just realized how it mixes both like the classic Super Friends, like the drawing of the Super Friends style, but has the SpongeBob style lips thing. I really like it. It's a neat combo of the both. Alright, so other stuff for the episode. Voice acting? Okay, voice acting's interesting. I think Keston Howard, if I recall correctly, who did a Super Friends Aquaman, I think he does a pretty good job.
Yeah, he plays up the, I guess, hamminess of his voice pretty well.
That has a hero ham pretty well. I think, though I know a lot of people purposely said that they should have gotten like, Solid JJ to do like his stiff, purposely stiff voice acting to recreate how it was like back then, but this is fine too. As for the other one, Tom Schalk as SpongeBob. Now, it didn't sound completely accurate, but I guess
to be completely fair,
yeah,
I don't think a perfect SpongeBob voice that's not Tom Kenny's exists.
Yeah, Tom Kenny himself has stated multiple times it's very difficult for him to do the SpongeBob voice, because he needs, when he does the obnoxious laugh, he actually hits his throat as he does it.
Yeah, he like hits the...
But with that said, though, aside from like the voice sounding slightly off, he gets a lot of the character like inflections across like really well. Like if Tom Kenny like did the voice with that same dialogue, it would be pretty similar, is what I'm saying. As for the music, Ocean Men, it fits the fight well, but because it's a lot more of a fight that you're meant to hear alongside a lot more of a track you're meant to hear a lot more with the episode, it doesn't have as much like a listening value aside from like certain parts.
I really didn't pay attention to it that much.
Yeah, I get it.
To give it credit, it does sound like something SpongeBob.
Yeah. Aside from that, though, overall, I think the quality of the animation, though, is just... While the fight itself is mixed, I think the quality of the animation is fantastic. But then again, that's just been a recurring thing of this season. Like, just the overall quality of episodes has been really good.
Yeah, like, it's good, first and foremost.
Yeah, like, Immortal, you said this earlier, you're not the biggest fan of this episode, but you acknowledge that, all things considered, the episode is good. Or
like,
at least
the entire episode analysis and stuff like that considered, I'm gonna be honest, no. But the animation itself, like, by Death Bell standards nowadays, yes, it is good.
With that said, what would you rank the animation? Like, what would your rating be?
Like a 5.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of problems I just have with it.
I can understand that. Personally, I'm gonna give it an 8. Because, like, yeah, there are problems, but I just had a lot of fun actually just watching this fight. With, like, how many different references to, like, various parts in SpongeBob's history. It's really nice. But so if we're meeting, you have 5, I have 8. 13 divided by 2 would be 6.5 then. Or, yeah, that's 6.5, yeah. Probably one of the lower rankings, but all things considered, this isn't a bad episode. Animation-wise, it's not a bad episode.
Yeah.
And then we get to, before we move on, let's talk about that next time. Now we'll be talking about the last time, which, why did I say last time? I'll be talking about the next time, which, in this one, I am so excited for this one.
I imagine you've been waiting for this for quite a while.
Yeah, like, ever since I, like, got into, I haven't really, like, fully dived into the horror, like, movie genre, but I'm a big fan of, like, the horror games these two are in, like, Friday the 13th, the game, as well as Dead by Daylight. So, I'm really excited to see what they'll do for this one.
Do you think this could be live action? And if so,
it could be live action.
How would we go about it?
I think if they were to make this live action, I think they could either, most likely the setting would be like a cabin in the woods at night. Like they either like they could like start it in the cabin and then take it outside to like capture the, because like most of Jason's things happen in more outdoors areas, but Myers regardless can, thanks to like Dead by Daylight, he works well in pretty much any environment. With that said, though, I am really excited to see this one then happen. Cause like I do like both of the characters, so seeing them find the two like mass killers finally at it, the mass slashers finally at it, it'll be great to see.
Oh yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what they do with this.
My real hope is they managed to like capture the horror element of this in the like either the live action or the animation like really well. Like they emphasize a lot on the whole darkness and stuff, like the fear of unknown elements, because like Myers could, like I can already see like Myers appearing, peeking around in the darkness, or just suddenly appearing next to Jason. That would be really neat of them to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, I think we'll wrap things up here. Thank you for watching. As always, I'm Sam.
And I'm Immortal.
And we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Have a good one.